But the other thing we don't, the other thing we, again, what I think we disagree a lot on is that you think family and faith are a big fix to the problems we have. I mean, I don't have a family, and I definitely don't have faith. So I get
You're definitely not part of the solution.
Maybe I am.
No, here's the thing. I'm just saying that you come from a family.
I come from one, true.
So don't tell me you don't.
Yes.
Don't tell me you don't have a family.
Well, they're all gone now except my sister, yes. But
So you got a sister.
Okay, but I didn't start a new family, is what I'm saying. And I'm an atheist, so I don't have religion. And I think the country's moving in my direction, by the way. More people than ever are single, and more people than ever don't have a religion. Now, you may think that's a bad thing and why we're going to hell in a handcart, but maybe it's also part of the solution. And it's certainly just where people want to be. I mean, when you say religion is the fix to this,
I didn't say
have you
that.
seen the Middle East?
I didn't say that.
Well, yeah, you did in the book.
No, I did not.
What do you say about family and faith, not the fix?
I said that for the first time in our country's history, membership in an organized religion has dropped below 50%. Now, here's why that's a problem. Here's why that's a problem, because that was one of the reasons that families got together at least once a week and spent quality time together. The reason it's dropped below 50% is because the reason they usually joined the church was because they wanted to have their children christened or baptized or whatever the ceremony was in that particular church. And our birth rate has dropped to 1.6. We need 2.1 in order to sustain the infrastructure that we have. So we need immigrants. We just need to know who they are.
Very reasonable position.
I'm very pro immigration, as are you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And your position that you just said, very reasonable and a political position. A political stance. But you did say in the book that the less religion we have, the more divorce and cohabitation become acceptable. And why shouldn't they be?
Well,
Why shouldn't divorce and cohabitation? You sound like the Alabama Supreme Court.
No.
I mean, why shouldn't that be acceptable? It's 2024 to just cohabitate without marriage.
Well, let me answer.
Okay.
The problem is, if you have a child and you have a non-biological male in the home, the incidence of sexual molestation and or abuse for that child goes up as much as 33 times normal. It goes up, depending on what kind of abuse you're talking about, it goes up 6 times normal, 10 times normal, all up and down the continuum. That doesn't happen if there's a biological parent in the home.
But
now, wait a minute, you can't...
That's a cohabitation you're conflating two things. You can cohabitate with someone and have children. I mean, the marriage rate in, I think, Sweden is very, very low. They live together as man and wife, but they just don't get married and they have children. That's a biological father in the home. They just don't...
They don't fill out paperwork.
Cohabitation, yeah.
You're saying they don't fill out paperwork.
Correct.
But that's not what happens in a lot of situations that create this problem with a male being inside the home that is not biologically connected to the children. And that is a big issue, Bill. You can't write that off.